Hello, I'm Ranjit Singh Thind from Logos English Services. In this video, I'll be speaking about language generally. We must understand the purpose of language and the way it works. We must not just learn how to speak a language. We must also learn how to write the language. Speaking and writing are the transmission skills. We transmit our thoughts, feelings and ideas to others through the spoken or the written word. Transmit here means send, convey or transfer. And how do we transfer or send our thoughts, feelings and ideas to others effectively? It is through the medium called a language. Therefore, it is only proper for us to understand and use spoken and written English clearly, correctly and confidently. Eventually, we communicate with others successfully. Many non-native speakers have this notion that they just need to speak a language. They don't need to write the language. Spoken English is very different from written English. For instance, when a student comes on board to learn online, whether he be a student or a working adult, they will always ask this question, can I just jump straight into speaking English? From my experience, it is impossible to do so if you are a non-native speaker, because we don't have that knowledge of grammar that will help us to use the language correctly and confidently in the workplace or in any social setting. Therefore, it is very important for any student, be he or she a student or a working adult, to understand clearly that they must learn grammar before they proceed to learn how to speak correct English. The reason is very obvious. Non-native speakers are born in an environment where English is hardly used in their social setting. In Malaysia, for instance, we have three different groups of people, the Malays, the Chinese and the Indians. And when we mix together, we always speak in our mother tongues. We rarely speak in English unless we are in a professional setting, such as the workplace, where we deal mostly with foreign workers or we deal with foreign expatriates. Therefore, it is very important that we understand where we stand when we want to learn English. We can't just go into a program and just start off by saying that we just want to learn how to speak English. It doesn't work that way. It can never work, because we cannot rely on communicative English alone to communicate with others. That is a fallacy, a mistaken belief entertained by most Malaysians today. And we have been doing this communicative English since 1970 with no results. There is nothing good to show. We have to rely on something more than communicative English alone. Therefore, we must learn grammar to communicate in the written word and in the spoken word. We must be able to convince others that what we are doing is applicable in the workplace and also in the social setting. We must impress our would-be employers. How do we do that? We need to have that tool called grammar. Grammar helps us to speak and write English clearly, correctly and confidently. Without that tool called grammar, we can never progress very far. We must learn first how to write English, and then we will learn how to speak English naturally. It is a given. It has been done in Malaysia before 1970. Most Malayans then learned English through the written word, and naturally they spoke English well. The results are there. Most of these people who have learned English using the structural approach before 1970 are still around. Therefore, we must make an effort to learn English in that manner. We must start with the written word. Then we will progress to the spoken word naturally. Therefore, I hope in this video, most of you will understand what I'm actually trying to say, that we have to learn grammar, and grammar is the tool which will help us to speak and write English correctly. It is not enough just to highlight the problem. I'm also offering a solution. The solution is learning English using the structural approach, which is based on the study of traditional grammar. When anyone signs up for this program, he or she will benefit the most, as they will kill two birds with one stone. The two birds are spoken English and written English. The stone is the study of traditional grammar. So if anyone wants to speak and write English clearly, correctly, and confidently, they just have to sign up for this program, and the link is below this video, where everyone can click and go to the program on Thinkific. It is very affordable. All the 8 parts of speech will be covered. In the beginning, any learner must start with learning nouns. So I've already uploaded the program called Learning Nouns on Thinkific, and it costs about USD 10. I have made it affordable for anyone, non-native speakers and even native speakers, to learn English using the structural approach. Thank you.